Hello, I hope I have the right place. Looking for Elizabeth Jane?
Yes, she does live here. Come in.
Thanks.
Sit down. Unfortunately, Elizabeth Jane just stepped out. She should be back soon. Can I get you something to drink?
Sure, thanks.
The market sure is busy today.
It is.
I've seen you there before.
You have? Really? Do you watch the market often?
Oh, I can watch it all day. You learn a lot about a town and its people by watching.
Do you look for people you know?
Well, I just moved to Casterbridge, and I don't know many people. But everyone's been so kind to me. I guess I could look for you now. It would make me feel less lonely.
You? Lonely? I find that hard to believe.
It's hard making friends in such a small, tight-knit town.
If you live in this big house, you have enough money to live anywhere in the country. Why choose Casterbridge?
Well, I came here hoping to reconnect with someone, but now I'm not so sure it was a good idea.
I'm sorry. That was a personal question. I swear I'm fabulous.
No, don't apologize. I think it's nice.
So where are you from?
Montreal. Something tells me you're not from Casterbridge either.
I came to Casterbridge from Newfoundland. I was offered a job and I never looked back. I don't regret a thing. People in this town have accepted me as one of their own, and even my employees, they're like family. Just sometimes I miss the smell of the city, the sounds. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm rambling and boring you, no doubt.
No. You're the least boring person I've ever met.
I should be going.
Don't you want to stay and wait for Elizabeth Jane?
Elizabeth Jane?
That is who you came to see, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Well, now that we've met, I hope you'll come visit me too.
I will. I got to go. I don't know your name.
But I know yours, Mr. Farfrae. Everyone does. I'm Lucy.
You can call me Don, Lucy. I'll give you all I got to give if you say you'll love me too. I may not have a lot to give, but what I got I'll give to you. I don't care too much money. Money can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Everybody tells me so, can't buy me love. No.
I've just seen her face. I can't forget the small place where we just met. He's just the guy for me. Yes, I wouldn't dance with another. Oh, when I saw him dancing there.
Well, I just seen her face. I can't forget the time or place where we just meet. She's just the girl for me, and I wouldn't dance with another. Oh, when I saw her standing there, and my heart went boom when I crossed that room, and I held your hand in mine. Just see her face. I can't forget the time or place where we just meet. She's just the girl for me, and I wouldn't dance with another. Oh, when I saw him
standing there. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you tomorrow.
please say to me, you'll let me be your man. And please say to me, you'll let me hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can't hide, I can't hide, I can't hide. Yeah, you got that something I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand, I wanna hold your hand. I should be going. I've got to get back to work. Normally work's all I think about, but now.
You can't neglect business. Goodbye, Dawn.
Goodbye.
Good afternoon, Lucy. Do you want to let me in?
I suppose.
So, Elizabeth Jane here. I need to talk to her.
About what?
Well, I've given her former boyfriend permission to see her again. I mean, who am I to stand in the way of the relationship, huh? Especially now that she's not living with me anymore.
I don't know when she'll be back.
Well, actually, I wanted to speak to you alone in private. Lucy, I am ready to get married. And you know what? You can consent to this. I mean, you're much better at this stuff than I am.
Isn't it a little too early for that?
I guess, but you know, to be honest, after Susan's death, getting married was the furthest thing from my mind. But you know, it is my duty, especially after what happened between us, to set things right.
I appreciate that, Mike. But I've inherited some money now, so if you feel the need to back out, I won't hold you to your promise.
I'm a little confused. You said you came here for me. Even after inheriting the money, you arranged to have Elizabeth Jane live with you. And now you're telling me you don't want to get married? What's going on?
I'm having second thoughts. I don't want to be your obligation anymore.
I was always honest with you. You should be grateful that I'm trying to save your reputation.
I want to marry for love or not at all.
You need to really think about what you're telling me here. For your own reputation's sake. People can easily find out about our past. You come here and live in my city, all on my accord, and then you don't have anything to say to my offer? Look at me. Look at me, Lucy. You will marry me, whether you like it or not.
I'll love who I choose. Such a beautiful dress. It takes a second to get out. Don't you think so?
Well, it's very formal. I'm sure it will look nice on you. I like the dress I picked out too.
Elizabeth Jane, what should I say, plain Jane?
There's nothing wrong with being plain. Besides, I had some money left over to buy books.
You always have your nose in a book. You need to get out, be more social. Actually, there's something I kind of want to talk to you about today. Something my friend is going through.
Okay.
This friend of mine loved a man very much. She would have done anything for him.
So it's that kind of story.
Yes.
Go on.
They found love very quickly, and in an impulsive moment, they got engaged. She thought that they'd be married right away, but then he had to return to the city for business reasons, and when her grandmother got sick, they were gone and away from each other for a very long time. And then she found out that he married someone else. She couldn't move on with her life because she loved him so much.
You mean my father?
What do you mean?
I may not be as worldly as you, but I saw the way he looked at you last week. This isn't about your friend at all, is it?
Is it that obvious? I'm sorry, it's just that we've become such good friends. I didn't want you to judge me.
So, you knew who I was when you invited me to live with you?
Well, yes.
I see. So are you going to marry Michael then?
Well, that's the thing. While I was waiting, I met another man.
Another man. But you're already engaged.
Problem, I'm having second thoughts now. I have such strong feelings for this other guy that I'm gonna have to choose between them. And quite frankly, I don't know how to turn Michael down.
You know you need to tell him. Who is the other man anyway?
Dawn?
Lucy. Look at me.
What a nice surprise!
I always take a shortcut back to work after lunch.
I have no idea. Well, aren't I mean, we lucky that we ran into you.
So you've been out shopping?
Yes, Elizabeth, Jane, and I bought some dresses. Would you like to see mine?
Of course. Here, let me help.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. That looks amazing.
Do you really think so?
I do.
So how's business? It seems like work is going well.
It's okay. Things go well.
Mr. Hencher.
Mr. Hencher, you know me better than that.
Elizabeth, Jane, and I were just coming back from lunch.
Elizabeth Jane? Bar frame. Not surprised to see you two together. Now I see your little business is coming along. Soon I might have to worry about your competition.
It's getting by. It's nice to be my own boss.
Well, it's been nice running into both of you, but we'll leave you alone to talk business. Let's go. Oh, I forgot my bag.
I got it! I got it.
Thank you.
And I met him years ago, but he was a stranger, and we have a history that he will remember, and he kept it in the past, but it's coming up right now. He sold his wife and his baby girl too. Is that something you thought you're meant to do? He took 10 grand, was pulled to the car. Now rumor has it Hendricks been caught drinking before. Rumor has it. 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 Rumor has it.
But that's not all there is to know about our mayor. He was once engaged to someone we all know, but she left him for another. It seems that Mr. Frogbright has beaten him in not only business, but love too. Lucy, if you don't believe me, all the texts are right here.
She's had her days, but I'm guessing that's the reason that she came. And now she's married to Frogbright, and people say a baby's on the way. How about that? She gets around and has rumors. Bless his soul, he's got his head in the clouds. Made a fool out of Frogbright. She's bringing him down. She makes hearts now, but she's pulled to the floor. Now rumor has it she was with somebody before. Rumor has it. 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 Rumor has
All of these words written right here tell a story that I cannot bear to hear. Just 'cause I said it don't mean that I meant it. People say crazy things. Just 'cause I said it don't mean that I meant it. Just 'cause you heard it.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. He ain't gonna stay anymore.
All the pints, please.
You look familiar, sir.
I'm the mayor.
Well, don't you remember me?
No? Should I?
The name is Mrs. Goodenough. We met a long time ago before he came to Casterbridge. I used to run a bar outside of town. A man came in there once with his wife and his child, but he left alone.
I remember.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Mayor, but this lady told us an interesting thing just a minute ago. She said you once sold your wife and child like common cattle.
Mr. Henchard, you're the mayor. You don't have to listen to this garbage.
No. No, it's true. I did sell my wife and child. It's why I've been drinking for 20 years. It was the worst thing I've ever done.
You see, he admitted it, and that's not the only thing you've ever done, is it, Mr. Mayor?
What do you mean, John?
I've got your phone. I read some interesting texts between you and Mr. Farfrae's wife.
No, I didn't say anything to your husband. I didn't say anything to anyone.
Don't worry about her. It's time to come clean and own up to what you've done.
Michael!
I'm sorry, Lucy. There's no point in denying it anymore. True. True, it's all true. Lucy and I were once engaged. As if any of you cared about the truth. You see a man rise up, and all you want to do is take him down. That's all there is to it. I have nothing more to say to you, John. I have nothing more to say to anyone. Lucy! Lucy! Someone call 911!
I'm calling the newspaper.
I'm calling the newspaper.
You wait here.
Oh, Don.
Good afternoon, Lizzie. Sorry to disturb you.
You're not disturbing me. I was just studying. Come in. How are you?
I've been okay. Work at the mayor's office kept me pretty busy. Is Hunter here?
You left
When?
the day that Lucy...
Did he tell you why he was leaving?
No. He left everything. He didn't even say goodbye.
I think I know why he left.
What do you mean? How could you know?
Well, it's why I'm here. I think there's someone you should meet.
This is Jane. I thought I lost you forever.
This can't be happening. I thought you were dead.
Lizzie, just listen to him.
I was missing in Afghanistan. Then I spent months in the hospital recuperating from an injury. When I was discharged, I decided not to come home. I thought you guys would be better off without me. Your mother was so unhappy about the way she had left her first husband.
You mean my father, Edgar?
Your father, Elizabeth Jane, he's not your father. I am.
But Father told me about her past and how he sold her and she went with you. I was his daughter, not yours.
They lied. You were named after your sister, who died shortly after your mother and I got together.
Why would he lie?
That wasn't his only lie.
He told me that you were dead. When I found that out, I didn't know what to do with myself. I asked to be posted at a local reserve station. Then I met Mr. Farfrae while attending a Remembrance Day ceremony. If it wasn't for him, I'd still think you were dead.
Need to sit down. He seems so kind. He paid for my school. He wanted to adopt me. Why would he lie to me like that? How could he lie to you? He kept you from me all these years when we could have been together.
It's my fault. I should have known better.
How could you have known better? This was a calculated lie. For years he let me believe I was his daughter, not yours. And then he made it worse by keeping you from me, knowing you were alive. No wonder he left. I hope he never comes back.
It's over and past. Let's move forward.
But that's only because I knew he would. Shame on you. When you've got a mayor this good, you should show yourself one. After everything you've been through with your wife and your bitches and parents. Well, this is how I show my support. Mr. Mayor!
Hey!
Speech, 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 speech.
I'd like to thank everyone for their support. It's been an incredible journey. The people of this great town treated me as one of their own from my first day here. Together, we work to make the future even brighter. This isn't just my home. This is our home. Tonight, drinks are on me. Jane,
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
couldn't have done it without everyone's support. Would you like to have a seat?
Well, I wouldn't want to take you away from everyone on your special night.
The more it's from the bar of my company. You know, I'm not much of a drinker.
Let's hear it for Farfrae.
Well, it looks like you've done pretty well for yourself in this town.
I haven't always made the right choices. Not in all parts of my life, anyway. Besides, I don't know where I'd be without the help of your father. I mean, Henry. It's the very place he made a job offer to me.
I have to admit, watching the election results come in today made me think of him. You know, when I found out he lied to Newsom, I was actually glad he was gone and I never wanted to see him again. But now I wonder if maybe that wasn't too harsh.
I always thought he lied to keep you. You were the only good thing in his life. I can't judge him. If that were me, I don't know what I'd do with the thought of losing you.
Everybody all right over here? Friends at the bar have told me that drinks are on you tonight. I know you're not much of a drinker, so I'll drink your share. Let's hear it for the man who reunited me with my beautiful daughter.
In many ways, I still think of you as Henry's daughter.
I don't seem to have much in common with Newsom, do I?
I wonder what Henry's up to nowadays.
Yeah. Maybe I should contact him somehow, see how he's doing.
If you like, I could help you find him.
I wouldn't want to burden you with that. You're a busy man.
Lizzie, you could never be.
Sorry to bother you, Mr. Cartwright. Yes?
You bull widow, I haven't seen you in weeks.
Well, he was kind to my mother, and...
Widow, what are you talking about?
Oh, sir, Mr. Hunter. I came back to town because he's gone.
Gone.
He's dead?
Yes. He's gone. I saw him go down the street on the night of Miss Hunter's graduation day, and I thought he looked low and faltering. So I followed him. And he turned and said, "Go back!" But I followed. Again and said, "Do you hear? Go back!" But I saw that he wasn't well, so I followed anyway. And he said, "Widow, what do you follow me for? I told you to go back all these times." I said, "Well, because, sir, I see things are bad with you, and you were kind to my mother, and I'd like to be kind to you." When my mother was sick, he paid for me to go home and look after her. He paid my wages while I was gone and my use medication. Anyways, we continued on like that all night, and by morning he could hardly drive along and he collapsed. "Widow," he said, "what kind of a fool are you to look after him like me?" I called an ambulance, and they made him as comfortable as they could at the hospital, but he didn't gain any strength. For you see, miss, he couldn't eat, and he got weaker and weaker, and today he died. I came back to town because he wrote this. He didn't want me to share it with anyone. No, sir, I don't think so. You should read it, because she's all I talked about in his last days. It's his will.
Read it.
That Elizabeth Jane need not be told of my death, or made to grieve for me, and that no obituary be written for me, and that no mourners walk behind me at my funeral, and that no flowers be planted on my grave, and that no man remember me. To this I put my name. Why didn't I look for him sooner?
This isn't your fault. This is what he wanted.
He lost so much.
So did you. I'm here for you now.
Miss Stagg, Miss Ziva, Mr. Dania, Miss Ford, Pascal, music people, Mr. Smith, and Miss
today. She's very busy working at the university, and she took the time to help us with these